Welcome to Beverage and Dairy. My name is Brynley and this is my name Reagan. And this is my mom named Johanna.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Beverage and Dairy. Thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to have you here. It might look a little bit different today. We're not actually at our farm, we are at our house because we have a really special project that we would like to share with you girls today. Would you like to tell everybody what we're going to do?
Yeah. Plant tomatoes.
We're going to teach you guys how to be farmers at your own house, and we're going to teach you how to plant tomatoes with items that hopefully everyone has around their house right now. So the first thing we'd like to get started by telling you is to how to get your area ready. You can see that we're inside today, and we're in our kitchen. So we've taken some garbage bags and we put garbage bags down just to keep our area clean. But if you want to do this outside at your house, or maybe you have a garage, whatever works best for you and your family. Another item that you need to have would be what, girls?
Dirt.
This is dirt. We have dirt right here, and we are ready to add it to our pots in a minute. But you will have to have some sort of dirt. Another item that you are going to need to have is something to plant in. So today we're actually recycling and reusing a gallon jug that used to be a milk container. So we're keeping this out of the landfill and we're reusing it. One thing that you're definitely going to need to do is you're going to need to poke holes on the bottom of your jug because you want to have a spot for the water to be able to flow out of if it needs to. So just have a parent help you to be able to poke those holes in. If you don't have a gallon jug or you don't have a plastic jug at home, you could use a smaller jug. Don't feel like it has to be any certain size of a milk container. And if you don't have anything like that, you could also reuse a planting pot that you might have around your house from years past of planting. Another item that we're going to need is what, Brynley?
Planting stick.
A planting stick or a planting label. So you're going to need a planting label, and we'll show you what is going to be on that a little bit later. And last but not least, what are we going to need, girls?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes since we're planting tomatoes.
Yeah.
So you have two options. If you have tomato seeds at your house, this would be a perfect time to use them. Or if you and your family would like to order some tomato seeds online, that's awesome too. But if you don't have tomatoes at home, you could take a tomato that you hopefully have in your crisper or you have at home, and you can cut that tomato into 1/4-inch slices. Have a parent help you with this part. And if you can see, there are seeds right inside that tomato. So this is actually what we're going to be planting today, and we are actually going to be keeping this out of our landfill also because we're going to be planting and making more food.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
I'm excited too.
So excited.
So you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. One really cool part that we are doing also today is that we are reusing the tops of our milk containers, and we're using them and they're kind of like little what? Little shovels. Shovels or scoops.
You could use it in your sandbox. You could reuse them.
Yeah, you could use it in your sandbox when you're done. Good reusing. So girls, can you guys both get started by scooping a little bit of soil out? And we're going to be filling your pots almost to the top. Make sure you leave just a little bit of room at the top. I'd say 1/2 inch or so of space at the top. So you notice that when they put it in, please make sure that you never push down your soil.
That's good.
That's a little bit more. You want to make sure that you are kind of shifting your soil around. You never want to pat your soil down because soil actually needs to breathe, and you don't want to compact it. That's a wonderful spot. So you guys can throw these back in. We're going to need them in a minute. Our next step we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be just taking our tomatoes and laying them right on top of the soil. So if you guys could lay them right on top of the soil, you're making sure the seed part is facing down. So if you see the seeds, you can face it down, just like that. Good job. You're going to face those seeds right down. And you can put as many in there that fit comfortably. Maybe one more in there, Brynley.
Okay.
Perfect.
Did I do a good job?
You did a really good job. So now we're going to cover our tomatoes up, and we're gonna cover them with about 1/4 inch of soil. So they're gonna take just a little bit, and they're gonna shake a little bit out. Yeah, good job, right? And they're gonna evenly spread it around. This is a good time to get your hands dirty and just lightly spread it around.
I love getting my hands dirty.
I love getting your hands dirty, that's good. You can just spread it around, right? If you can kind of see them, you might want to just take another little handful and spread it around. You don't want your tomatoes planted too deep, but there is such a thing as also not planting them deep enough. So if you need help, this would be a great spot for your parent or a loved one to help you with. Great, you're gonna put your scoops back in. Now I think we're done with our soil part. The next thing we need to make sure we do is we need to label our plants. So I've already pre-labeled our plants just for sake of time, but there's 3 things that go on every plant label.
You need to put what you're growing, tomatoes, the date 4/24/2020, and then your name, Brynley.
Great. So you can put that right on the side, right in your milk jug.
On this side?
Yep, right in that side. Great job. And we have one more thing to do before we can put them in a nice, bright, sunny window. We have another special recycling project that we hope you're gonna be able to do at home. We've taken a water bottle, and in the top of the cap, you can poke some holes. So have a parent or a loved one help you poke some holes in the top of the cap, and you've just made yourself a watering can. But there's not just any kind of water in this watering can. There's some special water in this watering can. Last night when we were cooking, we saved this water. So instead of using more water out of your tap, we've actually recycled the water that we used from cooking last night, and you can use that water to water your plants. Not just these plants, but any plants you might have around your house or your garden. So girls, could you water your plants in a little bit? You're just gonna shake it and keep watering. Your plants need a good drink when they first get planted. That looks like enough. Looks great. Reagan can water her plants in. And keep giving them a little bit of water. Your plants will need water also throughout their growing process, but you want to water them in at first when you first start, when you first grow, right? Awesome.
Is that enough?
That's enough, right? The last thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take and find a really good sunny spot at your house. I think our sunny spot would probably be one of these windows right behind us, is where we'll put ours. And in 7 to 14 days, you will have beautiful tomatoes. How exciting is that? That's exciting. Thank you guys so much for joining us today and learning all about being a farmer at your own house. We've really loved having you guys around and teaching you all about Bardland Dairy this whole week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us anytime, and have a great day. Bye.